How are you doing? Tip Top Tottenham back with another video. We have officially gotten Matt Estelle through the door, and like any Spurs fan should be, I am extremely excited. In my opinion, this is the best signing that has come into the club since James Maddison a couple of summers ago. Tell, in my opinion, is a game-changing player. He is able to individually impact the outcomes of games, and although I think Sonny still has so much quality, there's really not any wingers on our squad, especially healthy, that have that same dynamism that Matt Estelle does. I am super excited about this player. Also excited about Kevin Danso to have some more help with the center back situation. Radu Dragusin tore his ACL. We just can't have any healthy center backs, truthfully. It's how it seems at the club. I don't know what's going on with Van de Ven either. Really hope he's not injured for a prolonged spell. If he's out, then that would be Romero, Van de Ven, and Dragusin. The three first-choice center backs coming into this season are all injured, is what that would mean. Romero, I truthfully don't even know what's going on with him anymore. I believe he was training a couple of weeks ago, but now he's gotten a delay, and I haven't seen anything of him in quite a while. Truthfully, it doesn't seem like he's really ever been that happy at Tottenham, and this may be something that he's doing to try and save his legs and market value to make a move in the summer. In my opinion, no player is bigger than the club, so if he wants to leave, so be it. Obviously, I'm a believer in Romero's quality. He was the starting center back of a World Cup winning team, so he's proven at the highest level of competition, but at the same time, like I said previously, and Ange has said as well, if you don't want to be here, you don't need to be here. Truthfully, he's not going to be playing to his best level if he's not 100% committed to the project. So that's my opinion on Romero. And Van de Ven, hopefully he's not injured. But anyway, yes, Kevin Danso, the Austrian center back. I know he's taller. He's mid-20s. Haven't watched that much of him, admittedly, but we just need bodies at this point. We need anybody who could help out our defensive back line with the injury crisis we've been going through. But yes, I mean, Matt Estelle, very, very exciting player. Truthfully, I also really thought it was so interesting how this saga unfolded with Tell. It started out as a kind of rumor where he was in between United and maybe even Chelsea was in for him at some point, and then we were kind of in the mix. Those teams get associated with the player in the same sentence as Tottenham, and you don't think that it's probably going to happen for Spurs, but I digress. We move forward a little bit. Levy takes a plane and goes to Germany to have a conversation with Tell. Tell rejects Spurs, similar to how a couple of players had done last month in January. But at the last minute, last hour of the January transfer window, Ange Postecoglou made that fateful phone call. And when Ange makes that call, players answer. And they answer in resounding fashion. I don't know how many there has been at this point where Ange has had a conversation and been able to convince the player to join his project. I want a conversation with Ange Postecoglou on the phone. Sell me your dream. Tell me, how good are you at selling your future? I think he's got to be fantastic at it based off of what we know so far. This transfer saga, although not as intense, has given me a little bit of flashbacks to Pedro Porro's saga. If you remember, was it 2 Januaries ago now? I believe under Conte's tenure, we were off and on again with this, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? We eventually get the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. And then again, at the very, very last moments of the January transfer window, the deal was off. Porro had, or it may have been his agency or the club sporting. I'm truly not exactly sure, but I do remember we got the here we go. They said it's not happening. And then we ended up getting him anyway. He ended up coming into the club. For whatever reason, this is how Tottenham likes to do business in January. We have Liverpool coming up in a couple of days, and honestly, it's the most important game of the season. We have a goal advantage going into Anfield, and with Tell, I do feel more confident, but at the same time, Van de Ven and the status of his injury and availability for the match truly is going to impact on how confident I go into it feeling. With that being said, I definitely think Tell scores. He is a player that is going to make an instant impact, in my opinion, and really the world is his oyster. He can do whatever he wants with his career. He's dynamic. There's the email notification, and very, very, very excited about that signing. Also thought it was interesting how Levy, you could see his, dirty fingerprints on the deal with getting that buy clause added in the summer for $60 million at the dying moments of the transfer window as well. I hope we activate it if this season for him, the second half of the season, goes as well as I think it will for Matthias Tell. Truthfully, there is a bit of reason now to be optimistic. That could all change a week from now if we lose to Liverpool than Villa. We're not going to be having the same conversation as today, but I tell you what, on February 4th, Tuesday, 2025, you can be excited as a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Even if it's 24 hours, we're just going to enjoy it while we have it. And I'm very, very excited for this Liverpool match. If we win, we're going to be going to the same amount of finals as Mikel Arteta has done in the past 5 years. So with everything that's happened in the league this year, the inconsistent form, the losses from inferior sides, it would be a triumph for this Tottenham team to make a final. And, hopefully Newcastle gets it done versus Arsenal. That's what I would predict happening with them, I believe, having a 2-goal advantage going into St. James's Park. But at the same time, Arsenal, unfortunately, is a good team. They absolutely decimated City on the weekend 5-1. I watched most of that match, and then after it got out of hand, immediately turned off the television. But at the same time, Arsenal, even with 2 goals behind, you can't completely count them out. They're having a pretty good season. So that's enough praise for them. I think Newcastle will get it done. And you know what? Let's predict the Liverpool match here and now. I say it ends. There's going to be goals. There's no doubt about that. And I think Liverpool scores more than 1, truthfully. So I'm going to say Tottenham wins 3 goals to. We could finish 3-3 and still advance. I think the game's actually going to be a Desmond. It's going to be 2-2. Liverpool is going to score first, and then we're going to answer. Then Liverpool will score again, and in the dying moments of the game, it's going to be Matthias Tell. Why not? It's going to be Matthias Tell to come through and make it happen for Spurs, and we are going to go to the final. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I dream that happens when I lie my head on my pillow tonight. Is it reality? Let's hope so. I'm curious to hear your predictions about the Liverpool match and your thoughts on this January transfer window for Spurs. We left it late, as we normally do, but we did get a new defender, which was absolutely necessary, as well as a winger. So, explosive, true, proper talent on his day. So, very happy with that signing, but we'll see, truthfully. That's all I can say. We'll see what happens in the next week. Everything could change so quickly, but today, like I said, you have good reason to be happy as a Tottenham fan. We'll see. If you're still watching to this point in the video, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like the video. Let me know your thoughts, like I said, and then check out many of the other videos that I've posted about Tottenham as well as short form football, soccer in general. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. I'll be back soon with another video to talk more about Spurs. Have a great rest of your day. See you in the next one.